Welcome back to another Modding KOTOR Android Edition. I'm Negative Zero. Thank you for watching. I hope you're doing all right. And today we've got a lot of mods going on. You can see I've got the Revan Cannon face already. I used Super Skip Terrace to get here to Tatooine. It took about 2 hours. On Dantooine, all I did was the Juhani and the Crystal Cave and the Star Map bit, and then I left and I came straight here. But I want to let you know, as far as Super Skip Terrace goes, something weird did kind of happen. Notice that Bastila has no lightsaber. For some reason, I got everybody else's weapons and all the armor, Davic's Warsuit, Mission's Vibroblade, Carth's Blaster, all of this stuff, but I didn't get a lightsaber for Bastila. I don't know why that is, but I just wanted to point that out. Otherwise, Super Skip Terrace was great. It's been a very short while in game, and here we are. But another mod I'm rocking right now, I really appreciate it, is Invisible Headgear. Invisible Headgear. The headgear in KOTOR is just ridiculous looking. Both Bastila and I have something on, and you can see there's nothing in game. That's really, really cool. Oh, another thing that was great about Super Skip Terrace was that I'm a level 9 Guardian here on the first planet I've gone to after Dantooine. Only one level of Soldier. I think that's great. I really, really enjoyed that. But we're going to get in a big fight here around the corner, and something amazing is going to happen. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and fight these guys. Alright, you can see right there, take a look, we've got a Jedi helping us out. That Jedi is Kay, Recruitable K, and I'll show you how to get her in just a minute. Now, also, the other mod I'm using, if you look at the bottom left, you can see, like, Bastila is really low on hit points, and I've got a few missing as well. But look at the health bar, it's slowly going up. That is called Regeneration for K1, and that is a mod. I'll put it in the link below, like I'll put all the mods. I'll link in the description below. But regeneration, health regeneration, is not something that was in the original Knights of the Old Republic. It's in KOTOR 2, the Sith Lords, but this mod brings regeneration in. It doesn't really affect things too much, but it is very, very, very convenient. So let's talk about Kay. I'm going to talk to her in a second, but first I'm going to show you how to get her. So here we are on my PC. My background, by the way, is a screenshot from the Apeiron KOTOR remake. I don't know if you've seen that before. It's just Google it. It's Apeiron. They're doing a sort of rebuild of Knights of the Old Republic. It's really cool. Check it out. But anyway, the mods. For simplicity's sake, I've gone ahead and just done the new mods today. The Revan Head and Super Skip Terrace I have described in previous videos, so we're just going to do the new stuff. Now, here are the compressed files. Again, I'll have the links in the description below. But I've gone ahead and unzipped the invisible headgear. I use 7-zip. If you have Windows 10, I think it's got an extractor anyway, but you want to extract it to a folder, and then what you're going to do is you're going to copy all of them, all of the files, except for any readmes or, in the case of the regeneration, any pictures. Oh, no, I don't want to delete. I want to copy. And I'm going to put them in an override folder that I've made on my USB stick. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my files here, and then when I'm done pasting everything in, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to take my USB stick, I'm going to put it in my Shield TV, which is the Android device I'm using, and I'm going to copy the override folder into the KOTOR game on my Shield. Okay, so this is the regeneration one. It's only got this file. You don't need the pictures or the README, so I'm going to put that in. Now, K is a little bit different. It's got an installer. Where are we? Okay. So there's a bunch of files here. There's a couple of things you have to do. First, you have to unzip the files. We'll do the first one right here. And if we go into the Recruitable K folder, you can see it's got a TSL patcher. It's got an executable file. This will install the game onto the PC. Now, I've got KOTOR on PC, so I'm just going to take the files that are changed and I'm going to put them in the override folder on my USB stick. If you don't have KOTOR on your PC, this gets a little bit more complicated. There are 3 folders here. I think if you put the stuff that's in the TSL patch data, I think what the patcher does is install the stuff here into your override folder or whatever other folders there are. But to be safe, I'm going to use the executable file, and you'll see what happens here. Oh, anyway, my point was, if you don't have KOTOR on your PC, try just putting these files into an override and see if it works. I don't know if it will. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here. We're going to go ahead and install the mod, but I want to show you something. This mod is a little bit different from anything else we've done. What do I want? I want to go to C, x86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, SDB KOTOR. Okay. So you can see it's putting all this stuff in. It's not just going to use the override folder, though. Okay, so an unhandled error occurred. Can't read the localization.mod. System cannot find the path specified. Okay, that localization mod is, I think it's in here. Where are you? Okay, it's right here. What this does, I've looked this up. What this does is it syncs the lips to the dialogue changes. You can see there's a bunch of MP3s. Kay, as a character, is fully voiced on the PC, but it's not going to work for Android. Android does sound differently, so the downfall of this mod is you can have Kay, but she won't talk. You'll be able to read her dialogue, but you won't hear it. The localization mod syncs the lips to the sound. Since we can't do the sound for Android, it's not going to affect us anyway. So it doesn't really affect us. Now, you can also see, warning, a file already exists in Streamwaves. These are the sound files. It's skipping them. This is because I've already installed the file, the mod before. If you install it for the first time, you won't see this. Anyway, what I want to do now is I want to show you in Steam, or in my Steam folder. Let's see. Okay, if I look at my KOTOR folder, you can see here's all the files. If I look at override, you can see it was modified on July 24th today. You can also see that all these other folders for the game were not changed. They're the original July 8th installation, except Streamwaves. Yesterday, I installed this mod, so that's why it's 723. But that's the thing. This is the first mod we've done that's changed something besides the override folder. It's changed audio, and that's going to be an issue. Any mod, at least up to this date, any mod that changes the PC folders outside of the override folder is not going to work completely properly in Android. So that's going to be a thing, and I'll show you how that turns out on the Shield in just a minute. But I'm going to take all the files that are here in the override. The override stuff will be fine. So I'll go ahead and copy all of that, and I'm going to put it in my override folder on my USB drive. That's going to take a second. Okay, and then back on my desktop in my KOTOR mods folder, you can see I've got the other compressed files for K. I just did 1.0. The order you want to do this in is Recruitable K 1.0, then the patch 1.01, then the hotfix 1.01a. Do all of those to fix all of the stuff for her. We don't care about the sound patch because we're not going to be able to get sound anyway, but you would do the sound patch after that. All right, now let me show you how this looks on the Shield in Android. Before we get back in game, we've got to put the override folder into KOTOR. So to do that, I'm going to open up ES File Explorer. Pretty much every Android device can use that. But let's open it up. There's all sorts of stuff in here, but what we want is to go over on the left side, and we're going to go down to the USB. If you've got some other Android device, you might have to use Google Drive to download it, or Dropbox or something like that, or an SD card. But in any case, however you get to your override folder, you're going to want to copy it. So I'm going to select it all. If you're using a controller, you just hold down the A button and it'll select it. So let's go down here and let's copy this. No. Come on. Really? There. Copy. And we're going to go to the 0 drive, the SD card 0. And we're going to go to Android. We're going to go to Data. We're going to go to com.asper.sw KOTOR. And we're going to go into the files. Okay, this is where you want to paste your override folder. So let me go back to the bottom. Oh, come on. Using the downfall of ES File Explorer is that it is not easy to use a controller with. You can, at least on the Shield, you can plug in a mouse and it'll work much, much better, but I'm kind of too lazy to do that. All right, everything's copied. Now, what I want to do now, let's get out of this, and we're going to start up KOTOR, and I'll show you what K and everything else looks like in-game. All right, so we need to talk to K to Recruiter, and this is where you're going to see the weirdness that occurs when you use this mod on Android. Because we don't have the sound files and can't use them, I think it skips through her part of the conversation and goes straight back to ours. If you use this mod on PC, it would be fully voiced and it would be like talking to any normal person, any NPC in the game. But you can still go through this and you can see her conversation at the top. She's basically a Jedi that's on a mission to deal with the Zerka Corporation. But I want to get through this real quick. Yeah. So she doesn't really like her mission. She wants to join us, so she does. And we'll go straight in here. And this is Juhani's spot. So she replaces Juhani. If you use Recruitable K, you cannot use Juhani, which is fine. I think a lot of people don't like her. What was I going to do? I was going to get rid of Zalbar and get her in there, and so we can take a look at her. But I think... Oh, that was kind of weird. But I think that's fine. Let's take a look at her. Let's see if we can get a closer look. No. Back up. Yeah. There you go. Recruitable K. If we look at her stats, she's a Jedi Sentinel. Has a lightsaber. And that's it. Alright. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care.